Steve here at West Green with another exciting episode. Cecil B. DeMille classic of my building my Martin Finney 7 A4. Well, after all that work I did yesterday, I made a complete mess. And I've had to undo it. Partly because of not reading the instructions correctly. You know, there's an old saying, measure twice, cut once. Or is it measure once, cut twice? I don't know. No, measure twice. Well, read instructions 3 or 4 times. And then more. And take them to bed with you and dwell upon them and ponder them. Such a good ponder. Repeat after me. Ponder. Anyway, so basically what happened was, I fixed this to that. You saw that in my last video. But when I read the instructions, it's sort of, I know, I was focused on here. It talks about fixing nuts. And anyway, they're not where you fix the nuts. I didn't read this. You fix the nut, this is the front fixing ones, and you have to fold this up. So when I put this on yesterday, hold on. So when I put this on yesterday, I realised that the 2 strengtheners were out, and I hadn't put the nuts on, and I thought, well, that's great. How the heck do you put nuts down there? So I unscrewed it. Luckily, because I araldite it, and the good thing about araldite, if you heat it up, it softens. So I dunked this whole thing in water about 70-80 degrees. Pulled this away and cleaned it all off. Now I've got, the other thing I had to do, these pieces across there, which you cut away afterwards, I'd already cut them away. So I decided to put some scrap etch before I pulled it off. Anyway, I'm going to put it all back now. What a waste of time. So, I've got this thing on a tripod, my camera, so that's good, so it's not shaking around. Mind you, I'll probably knock it. So anyway, I've after all that mucking around, I put this back on. I've got blind nuts in there, and it's folded up, as you can see. The 2 strengtheners are folded up, and I've got the overlay. Not 100% certain what I'm doing here with it. So there's a nut goes on there, and that goes on there, and this goes around there, and around the lubricator, I'm going to put this little doobie on. Oh, where am I? There. So I've got to work out how this goes. So the next thing I've got to do is around here, there's a little piece goes around there, like a strip around the lubricators. This will be soldered on. I'm just going to make sure this is right and it's all fitting correctly before I go and solder it on, because I hate rework. Actually, it's not rework so much I hate, it's doing the unrework, pulling it all apart. Steve here at West Green. I'm looking for a bit of advice. This is a Finney A4 cab, and I'm putting the windows surrounds in, and I'm pretty certain I got this right. I imagine that one goes there, because obviously I could swap these round. So if I swap that round, this rebate would go there. And I've got a feeling it's right, but I just want some form of confirmation. Oh, because, hold on. Because what happens is, or at least I think happens, is you have this piece here, and I would imagine the glazing goes in there. Then, let's zoom out. It's better. There's a frame goes on here. Where is it? Is it that one? And you break off. That goes in there with that little cutout to match. So I've got to put that on. This window slips in there, And then on the outside, which you put on after you finish painting according to this, you put that on and that holds it captive. But what I want to know, have I got this the right way around? I.e., should this piece here, hang on, should that piece there be there or there? Because if I swap these two sides around, that one would be there. I've got a feeling I've got it right, but if some group expert could let me know. I mean, I come up as a top contributor, which actually means jack. It doesn't mean anything. I'm practicing hard to be a novice. I'll be a novice one day. Anyway, let me know. Thank you for putting up with me. It's much appreciated. Well, there we go. I've got the I've made this up, and I've this overlay. I've actually soldered it. You've got to be really careful. Got some cleaning up to do still, but I've got it in place and I tack soldered it. Loads and loads of flux, a bit more solder, and cleaned it all off. Which would be an easy job if it wasn't for the fact that this is glued and screwed to a resin casting. Otherwise I've got to use loads of heat and it would have been great. So I had to I used 145 solder, and it's getting there. I wonder what it looks like on the body, on the chassis. There you go. I've got the front bogey somewhere. Still got a lot of work to do, haven't I? Anyway, it's getting there. And now for the now for something completely different. I'm going to add the overlays here. I'll put these on, so where am I? Yes, got this in here. He's a bit tarnished, so what I do, I've got this stuff. It's called Rain-X. It's rust busters. It's a rust buster, but what it is, I use it for flux. I dilute it, but I'll use it straight here. This is it's phosphoric acid, and it does a pretty good job of cleaning it up. Put some solder paste on here. Now, where is it? What do I do? That's right. It goes that way, and there's two little edges. You break the end off. So too much wind down the RSU a bit. got a bit too much solder. You can see the half edges there, just there and there, so you snap this off. Oh God, they're strong, these rare earth magnets. So what I've done, I've just put in one of the sliding windows, and this is an overlay. You don't put this on until you've finished painting it. So I suppose you glue that on, and then once it's all glazed, these slide. That's pretty neat. Let's go and do the other one. I think I'll call it a night. So there you go, I've got that one on. And that one on. Tied it all up. And as I said, the window, these sliding window frames go inside. And then there's a piece which captures it so it won't fall out. I suppose you glue it on because you painted it. Bit of oh, it's got a few rivets. So that goes on there. And the piece slides in and out. Very neat, I like that. Alright, that's enough from me. It's a good night from me, I think.